Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you our Star Point own Lydia Roseland, who will sing the national anthem. Supervisor Joe, hold your applause until I say you can give applause. Our county legislators, Tony Denton, town board supervisor Joe Martin, council people, Dave Leibel, Dave Fisher, Justin Graham, Jason Eachet, town clerk Debbie Maurer, town justice Ed Maciar, Kevin Mack, and we have a special guest here, our former judge Don Lampier. So let's give everybody a good hand of applause. And I'd also like to introduce to you our guest artist who did the mural, Bob Reimer. Bob, give us a stand and it's our local photos. And now I would like to call upon Clarissa Smith to give a presentation of Pendleton history.
Thank you for joining us today. My name is Clarissa Smith, and it is an honor to be Pendleton's town historian. Today, we assembled for a special occasion. In order to illustrate the depth of the undertaking, we must take a step back in time. 200 years ago, right where we stand, life looked dramatically different. It was a veritable wilderness with unique challenges. It won the intense gaze and noble heart of a dreamer. His name was Sylvester Pendleton Clark. In search of the next opportunity, he needed to make manifest his vision. That which did not come to fruition on Grand Island would flourish elsewhere. Prior to the settlement in the new territory, he was the leader of an independent community on Grand Island, often called self-appointed governor. There were 70 cabins with a total of 150 souls in pursuit of white oak timber. As the rhythmic cycle of chopping and falling wood proved to be a bit chaotic, nearby settlements began to complain. In fact, the circumstances were so irksome, it prompted a frantic letter to New York State Governor DeWitt Clinton. A band of law enforcement and individuals up to the challenge were united to purge the area of Clark and his followers. Eventually, it was successful. The community scattered. The exodus from Grand Island was a minor setback to the War of 1812 veterans. Ever onward. Clark was a Renaissance man. He had grand visions of a metropolis on par with its neighbors, Lockport and Buffalo. As the construction of the Great Canal inched closer, it was a matter of time before the floodgates of prosperity opened. In 1821, Clark purchased 132 acres from the Holland Land Company for $600. The same year, he built a log tavern where the Erie Canal would eventually meet Tonawanda Creek. He christened the area Pendleton Village, which was named after his family, the maternal side to be exact. In 1822, the first hotel in Pendleton was erected, and the following year, its first post office opened its doors. Clark appointed himself postmaster. During this time, as paid labor hacked through rock and earth, a land portage was created to ensure the transportation of goods between Pendleton and Lockport. The first families established their roots here around this time. Jerry S. Jenks was the first seller of goods, and other merchants followed, like William B. Jenks and Austin Simons. Clark enjoyed another type of prosperity, a large family. He fathered 15 children, with his second wife, Lucy Wakefield. There was 4 from his first marriage to Scherza Penny. Sadly, she had passed away. That's right, there was a grand total of 19 children. In honor of the country's founding fathers, some of the names were Washington Franklin, Jefferson, James Madison, Henry Clay, and Daniel Tompkins Clark. This concept also lends itself to street names like Washington, Monroe, and Congress. And if you notice out front, we're by Monroe and Washington streets. Pendleton did not reach the status of bustling metropolis. It did, however, become an adorable, sleepy little town on the canal. In 1827, it was given its official title as Town in Niagara County. Oddly enough, Clark and a portion of his family rest eternally not far from here. In 200 years, Pendleton has enjoyed growth and development and so many milestones. And it is a blessing it is still standing and growing today. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. And now I'd like to call upon our town supervisor, Joe Martin, to give a few remarks.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Jim, and everybody who put this on. This is just a great little event here in the town of Pendleton. I've lived in the town of Pendleton for 48 short years, and in that time, I've seen quite such a dramatic change in the town as it's changed the sleeping community. And we just heard that the town didn't quite live to the potential they hoped it had, and I'm quite glad because I think the town of Pendleton is probably one of the best kept secrets in West New York. And I always tell people, don't tell anybody. You've moved here, you got a house, don't tell anybody else, because there are so many great aspects to our town. And I think it's great, you know, despite the growth we've seen, which is natural, the town is just a great character, and so many nice things about it. We have this beautiful bike path coming through here now. Those types of things happening give us a lot of opportunities. So, in 200 years, I hope, you know, another 200 years from now, somebody else is here to say, you know, that it's still a great place to be. So, again, you know, thank you to our artists and everybody who put this on. It's a great afternoon. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. And now before we do the official unveiling, I'd like to thank the following people: Mark Schroeder, who provided us with music on the accordion, Uncle Rachel Lindman, from the owner of Uncle G. She will be passing out coupons to be redeemed for refreshment today. We have few free museum passes at the Buffalo Niagara Heritage Village across the creek. Buffalo Maritime is here, showcasing their building of the Seneca Chief in downtown Buffalo, which is an important aspect because that's the boat where Governor Clinton departed from Buffalo with a keg of water, Lake Erie water, gone through the entire canal system down the Hudson and dumped it in the New York City Harbor, officially opening the Erie Canal in 1825. The mural is a representation of this area in 1821, but in the mural, the Seneca Chief is in it with Pendleton Clark welcoming Governor Clinton in 1825. With that, if the honor guard can approach the mural and please present the mural for us. Well, thank you, and I appreciate everybody here, in particular the Pendleton Veterans Honor Guard to help us out. This concludes the ceremony, and thank you very much. The coupons for Rachel and ice cream are...
I'll walk around.
She's right down there next to you guys. Take care. Thank you very much.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
I gotta get some more.
Thank you. I'm supposed to be meeting with Tim Hortons. Who's here? He said he's already there doing some work or something. Definitely gonna get that really